welcome you in the lecture series of Basics of Communication Engineering. It is 8th lecture of this series. In previous lecture, we have discussed about frequency domain description of AM signal, bandwidth of AM signal, power in AM signals, transmission efficiency, and modulation by complex wave. And also we have discussed effective modulation index. In this lecture, we will discuss about generation of AM signal, and the outline of this lecture are AM signal generation using non-linear devices, AM signal generation using product devices, and AM signal generation using switching devices. And in the objective of this lecture, you will able to explain the variety of methods available for generating amplitude modulated signals. Now we will discuss the devices and the methods used for the generation of a standard AM wave. The circuit that generates the AM signal is known as amplitude modulator, and there are three types of AM signal generation. AM signal generation using non-linear devices, AM signal generation using product devices, and AM signal generation using switching devices. So first of all, we will discuss about AM signal generation using non-linear devices. We know that the circuit that generates AM signal is known as amplitude modulator, and this modulator can use non-linear device to generate AM signal. The non-linear device can be diode. A non-linear device is the device with a non-linear relationship between input output, or you can say in between its current and voltage, and the type of modulators is known as square law modulators. And this is the square law modulator, and in this you can see it consists non-linear device modulating signal and carrier signal. So is carrier source and modulating signal, and also it is having the band pass filter. In the circuit, the modulating signal and the carrier signal are connected in series with each other, and their sum V1T is applied at the input of the non-linear device such as diode, transistor, etc. And so V1T here, it will be the summation of this modulating signal xt and carrier signal AC 2 cos 2 pi fct. So V1T, it can be represented as xt plus AC cos 2 pi fct. These two are in series, modulating and carrier signals. The input output relation for the non-linear device, it is non-linear. So the input output relation V out T. So the output V2T, it will be A V1T plus B V1T square. And so here A and B are constant. So this is non-linear relationship between V1 and V2. And if we can also write V2T, it is A V1T xt AC cos 2 pi fct plus B V1T square xt plus AC cos 2 pi fct whole square, and we can write it as AXT plus AC cos 2 pi fct plus BXT square plus 2B xt AC cos 2 pi fct plus B square AC square cos square 2 pi fct. Here the first term AXT is the modulating signal, and second term is the carrier signal. The third term is the squared modulating signal. The modulating signal is xt. Here it is the x square t squared modulating signal. And fourth term is the AM wave with only side bands, and fifth term is the squared carrier, square of the carrier wave. Here only second term and fourth terms are useful, whereas other remaining terms are not useful. So V out T can be written as in the form of useful and unuseful terms, and the LC tuned circuit acts as band pass filter which tuned to frequency FC, and its bandwidth is 2 FM. This filter removes the unuseful terms from this equation, and the frequency response of this filter operates at the frequency FC, and the bandwidth is 2 fm, so fc plus fm to fc minus fm. So this band pass filter removes all other unuseful terms here. So the output voltage or modulated signal xct contains only the useful term. So xct, it will contains the second and fourth term. These are ac cos 2 pi fct plus 2b xt ac cos 2 pi fct, and I can write it as ac. If I will take the common from these two terms, so it will be 1 plus 2b by a xt and cos 2 pi fct. So, the modulated signal from the previous lectures, we know modulated signal xt, it is AC 1 plus mxt cos 2 pi fct. This equation fifth, this is the reference equation, the AM signal, it is equivalent to this equation fourth, which we have derived from the square law modulator. And here, after comparing these two equations, we have the modulation index or modulation sensitivity m is 2b by a. And from these equation fourth and fifth, we can say that square law modulator produced an AM signal. So this is the AM signal generation using non-linear device. Now second is AM signal generation using product devices. We know the amplitude modulated signal is xct is AC 1 plus mxt into cos 2 pi fct, or we can write it as AC cos 2 pi fct plus m AC xt cos 2 pi fct. So with this equation, the amplitude modulated signal xct can be obtained from arrangement of the figure as like this. So the block diagram of the product modulator here. So first of all, we have the product of mxt, the modulating signal, and the carrier AC cos 2 pi fct. So with the use of product modulator here, and then we have plus of AC cos 2 pi fct, the carrier wave, then we can get the modulated amplitude modulated signal at the output. Here mxt and AC cos 2 pi fct are multiplied in analog signal multiplier, and then AC cos 2 pi fct is added to it again to get xct or AM signal. The analog signal multiplier or the product modulator device used here can easily be realized using what is generally referred to as variable transconductance multiplier, which is basically a differential amplifier. And the adder part of this figure, this adder part can be realized using an operational amplifier, op amp. Now third is AM signal generation using switching devices. In these modulators, make the use of switch, which may be diode or transistor. So in this case, in non-linear device, we use diode or transistor. You can say in non-linear device we have seen in the previous case. The switching modulator use diode as in figure. The switching modulator, you can see it is similar to the square law modulator as we have discussed previously in the first case. The only difference is that in square law modulator, the diode is operated in non-linear mode, but here the diode is operated in switching modulator as the ideal switch. Ideal switch means it acts as a closed switch when it is forward biased in the positive half cycle of the carrier and offers zero impedance, whereas it acts as open switch when it is reverse biased in the negative half cycle of the carrier and offers an infinite impedance. So the equivalent circuit for the positive half cycle of the carrier, the diode is works as a closed switch, and in the negative half cycle it works as the open switch. So in this case, the modulating signal xt and the sinusoidal carrier ct are connected in series. Here also they are connected in series. So the v1t, it will be the summation of xt and ct. So it will be AC cos 2 pi fct plus xt. In the positive half cycle of the carrier, the voltage at the output of the diode V2T, it will be equal to V1T. In the And in the negative half cycle of the carrier, the voltage at the output of the diode is V2T is equal to 0 because it is open circuited. So the diode on off action is controlled by carrier signal CT. So we can say that the diode will be forward biased with the carrier CT is greater than 0 or positive, and it will be reverse biased when CT is less than 0. So V2T will be equal to V1T if CT is positive, and V2T is 0 when CT is negative, because in this condition diode is off and in this condition diode is on. And this is the input output relationship of or approximately transfer characteristic of the diode. And from this equation we can say that load voltage V2T varies periodically between the values V1T and 0 at the rate equal to the carrier frequency. So it varies from V1T to 0 with the frequency Fc or the carrier frequency, and V2T can be mathematically expressed as V1T into GT. GT here is the periodic pulse train, and the periodic pulse train GT is the periodic pulse train of duty cycle equal to one half of the cycle period T naught T naught by 2, where T naught is 1 by FC. And this is you can see in this figure the periodic pulse train, and GT is in Fourier series, it can be expressed as GT is equal to a naught plus summation n 1 to infinity a n cos n 2 pi fct plus summation n 1 to infinity bn sin n 2 pi fct. And here a naught is 1 by 2, since gt has amplitude of 1 with duty cycle of zero point 0.5, and bn is 0 for all value of n because of the even symmetry of gt. After calculating the value of an with Fourier series expression, an will be 2 by t naught integration minus t by 2 to t by 2 xt cos n 2 pi fct dt. And here we will get gt will be 1 by 2 plus 2 by pi cos 2 pi fct plus odd harmonics. The terms 3 omega c, 5 omega c, and so on here. And so from the equation, from the previous equation, we can have V to t. It will be uh, xt plus ac cos 2 pi fct into 1 by 2 plus 2 by pi cos 2 pi fct plus odd harmonics. The odd harmonics in this expression are unwanted and has assumed to be eliminated using band pass filter. And so the output, it will be 1 by 2 xt plus 1 by 2 ac cos 2 pi fct plus 2 by pi xt cos 2 pi fct plus 2 ac pi by cos square 2 pi fct. So here this is the modulating signal, and fourth term second harmonic of the carrier, and this is the AM wave. Second and third terms are corresponds to AM signal. Here the unwanted terms can be eliminated using band pass filter. Now clubbing the second and third terms together. So here these are the AM waves, and if I club together these, then I will get V to T. It will be AC by 2 1 plus 4 pi AC xt into cos 2 pi fct. Now this is the required expression for AM signal with the modulation index 4 by pi AC, because the standard form of AM signal is AC 1 plus mxt cos 2 pi fct, and after comparing we can have the modulation index is the 4 by pi AC. This implies that the peak amplitude of the carrier AC must be small in order to have the value of m close to unity. However, AC must be quite large compared to 1, as otherwise the assumptions made by us for this analysis will be violated. Now, there is one example. A carrier signal AC cos 2 pi fct and the modulating signal xt is equal to cos 2 pi fmt are applied in series to a diode switching modulator. What should be the carrier amplitude AC if the AM signal at the output is to have a modulation index 85%? Assume that the diode acts as ideal switch. So, for the switching modulator, the modulation index M is 4 by pi AC. So from here AC will be pi 4 by pi M, and M is given 58 85%, or you can say 0.85. So 4 by 0.85 into pi. So it is from here you can find out AC will be 1.498 volts. So the amplitude of the carrier will be 1 point approximately 1.5 volts. So this is the end of this lecture. Here we have discussed about generation of AM signal with non-linear device, product devices, and switching devices. This was eighth lecture of the lecture series of basics of communication engineering. In the next lecture, we will discuss about detection or demodulation of AM signal at the receiver end. Till then, thanks for listening this lecture. Thank you.